Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and today I'm excited for a couple of new items that have come in. They've been trickling in. We've been dealing with the mail away pre-order biz that things come in. I've been doing my best to keep track of it, but I don't know if any of you have run into the same problem. But being a somebody who this is for those who don't know this is not my main source of income by any means. Running a channel, that's just a hobby. I do have a full-time job, actually 2 jobs that I do keep up with, and I love my jobs. They're great, but they do take up some time, obviously, as jobs do. And sometimes it's hard to keep track of all the other things that go on. So believe it or not, I actually check out other channels that I wanted to take an opportunity to mention. There are some channels out there like Usual Mike that I use. If it gets back to Usual Mike, thank you so much for all your awesome content. I also look at That Junk Man, which is another great channel where going over both new and old stuff, not just Star Wars but other things as well. Toy Galaxy is another one. And as far as podcasts, I look at Star Wars Action News, which is a great channel or a great podcast for releasing information about new items that come out. And Jedi Business is another podcast and website that keeps me up to date with all the new releases. But it's also confusing sometimes because there are certain things that come out that I pre-order, and it seems like other people are getting them faster than I am. I don't know if they're getting preview copies or if they're just earlier on the got on the pre-order list sooner than me, whatever that might be. So it can be a little bit confusing. And again, thankfully, one thing that's not happening, or I shouldn't say thankfully, but just the reality of life right now is there's nothing in the stores, at least not where I live. I've been into the several local Walmarts and Target, and there is nothing other than some lightsabers, a few Grogu's, and some of that Microforce or whatever the smaller newer collectible thing that's come out. I forget, it's not Microforce. I forget what it's called. But in any case, I have a few of those, but I don't intend to finish collecting them all. I just like to have a little sample of them. So I've done that, and I'm not really interested in anything else. So looking for those vintage collection or Black Series items. I've been starting to hear that they've been starting to find their way into stores. So I'm hoping that pre-orders start coming soon. So what do I have here? I have a couple of items here. We have two things that have come in the mail, or actually one thing that came in the mail. And this is the Darth Vader Rogue One Darth Vader. This is VC 178, okay? And I find this one interesting because it looks as though it has, I don't, for those who watch this channel, I tend to not open these. I enjoy collecting, it's so funny, I'm an unboxing channel and I don't unbox. Well, I love the original Ray Stripe look. I love that they do vintage collection. I love that they're doing it now with Black Series at times. So I do like to collect. These are the one thing that I like to collect that is that I like to keep in the package, okay? I just think that it's really sleek and nice. And now there might come a time where that's not going to be able to happen because I don't have enough room to put everything out there. There are literally up to 178. That's a lot of figures to be on a card. And not to mention the fact that I do, if you've watched previous channels, I do have an original vintage carded collection. Not everything. I collect about roughly 35 figures, 40 figures of the original 1970s to 1985-6 vintage line. I try to find damaged cards so that I don't have to pay quite as much, but I still get a vintage card. It kind of seems to be a nice balance on how to do it. And it's still, probably going to be worth something if I decide I want to sell them. But this is... This guy's got an interesting. It's not got the full cloth cape. It's got like you can actually see the inner tunic is a vinyl or the normal plastic kind of moldable bendable plastic. But then the cape on the back, I can't tell. It almost looks like it's like a different type of. And I think it is a cape, but it just is wrapped up so tight that it looks like it's almost like a different type of soft goods. But I just think it's a normal one. And again. So a lot of these vintage collection cards are re-released figures, which is fine. If I have one carded and one of them loose from a previous set, that's fine as well. So that's Darth Vader. This one I am so excited about. This one, Mandalorian and the Child from Walmart. VC-177. Now, I'm definitely not taking this one out because it comes with the little. Not only does it come with the, I actually might try to find a second one of these so I can open it up, because not only does this come with the little, I forget what it calls, but the ice cream maker that holds all the Beskar, and it actually comes with some Beskar, but it also comes with a Din Djarin head that you can put on this, okay? Other channels have shown it and then have opened it up. I do not intend to open this card up. I do hope to get a second one. And I will tell you that I was in the market for this. This was a pre-order from Walmart, and guess what? As you've probably heard, Walmart canceled the order, which was horrendously disappointing. But my friend Larry, who watches the channel, hi Larry, was nice enough to give me a belated Christmas gift. In that, I guess, I don't remember if he ordered it or if he went into the store and bought it, but he was able to acquire one, and he brought it and he gave it to me. So thank you so much, Larry, again. This will find its way up on the shelf as is, but I do hope to get another one so I can maybe take, I already have some Mandalorian loose figures. I would love to take one out and have a Din Djarin look. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have an Entertainment Earth delivery. Entertainment Earth is my go-to for anything that is, non-exclusive or anything that you can get on Hasbro Pulse, because it seems like everything that I try to order on there doesn't seem to work, and it doesn't seem to come in. So, of course, I forget what I ordered. So let's see what we have here. Oh boy. Excited. We have the Tantive for Playset. So awesome. And yes, for those of you that have seen these loose, okay, this is the corridor. It is kind of a modular system. Okay, you can actually set it up different ways. You can set it up with turns, things of that nature. It is definitely meant to be one of two. So yes, I do intend eventually to buy a second one so that I can have more of a complete setup, okay? But for now, we'll just go with the one. Not now, and I may end up just keeping the one, okay? And the reason being is that, again, limited amount of space. I'm trying to figure out a place on the shelf that I can put this. I have no clue where it's going to go just yet. I might have to be a little bit creative, so we'll see what happens. Now, we are going to unbox this here right now. I do love the Star Wars Vintage Collection Racing Stripe box. I've been doing a lot of, I've been finding a lot of funding. If you look at my previous channels, I've gotten a couple of books, some special Kickstarter books, the Man Who Shot Luke Skywalker or Star Wars A New Proof, either dealing with the photos that they take for the original vintage packaging, or the proofs that they used and the collectability of the proofs that they used to approve the packaging that they would do. So this is really great. It's a great throwback to that. Okay, so let's get going. Yes, I know people, oh my God, I can't believe you're opening it. This does come with a Rebel Fleet Trooper though. So, and again, let's face it, folks, none of the newer stuff is going to be of the same collectability level as the older stuff. So again, this is really just kind of like a diorama. Nothing, no electronics to it, nothing of that nature. But that's okay, because those of you from the 90s might remember that there was they actually released a couple of really just cardboard dioramas, like card stock, not even cardboard, card stock dioramas. And they were very much well received. But again, I have them. There was I think there was a Jabba's Palace and a Cantina. Sadly, again, I have since, I still have them, but I have since taken them and kind of stored them because, again, it's just not a lot of space to put them. And but it was kind of cool. You could set up the entire, I'm going to actually keep this. Okay, we got our nice side corridor here. All right, let's talk about the figure that it came with. We have the Rogue One Rebel Fleet Trooper, and I do believe this is another repack. Okay. But this scene is amazing because it is a great way if you are able to. Now they did release. It's interesting. It looks like he comes with a baseball cap. Why does he come with a baseball cap? Or is it something else? Look, I don't know if I can show this without, but next to his face, next to his head and helmet, it looks like one of the, I think it might be, perhaps it's a, one of, they did have the Rebel Troopers have that special kind of hat gear, but I didn't think it went with the rest of his costume. It's kind of an unusual thing. It also comes with that little thing that they all hold up when the guy's up on the crow's nest looking at the ships take off. Okay, and I'm not sure what this third thing on the bottom is. Oh, it's the thing that wraps around his leg, like the little cylinder thing that wraps around their leg, and a blaster. Okay, so a cool thing again. This is VC 183. I won't open this one up. I do have some loose Rebel Trooper figures from previous releases, probably the same one. Although I think they updated the facial scan. But I will try to get, I'd like to get a Vader, maybe a 3PO R2. I mean, you can do multiple things with this. You can have, you can do a, certainly do a, you can do a New Hope. You can do a New Hope diorama with some figures, or you can do a Rogue One diorama with some figures. So there's some pretty cool options here, and I like that. I think that's a pretty cool thing. So, of course, now I have to get this guy out of here without, oh, that worked, okay. So, let me just give me 1 second, and rather than show this, I'm just gonna quickly put it together and show it to you in full force. All right, here it is. Here is the single version. Okay, obviously you can, you know, again, if you buy a second one, it's modular. So there's pieces that you can see, there's things that you can hook up and different ways that you can do it. These pieces came together, these two side pieces, and they kind of join together with this like coupler, okay? There's another coupler here you can keep adding. So it can be like really long. You can turn it left or right. So you can go that this way, okay? You can have it really be short. I think if I do get a second one, I think I'm gonna set it up as if it's, you know, going down this way, like with just one long corridor, since it's like, you know, the top is open so you can see it. But as you can see, it's got the nice little panels and really cool effect with the doors opening and closing. Got two of those. This is the way that the instructions suggested it. Okay, so you can actually put things down. Now, I will say this. It looks like in the instructions, and I could be wrong about this. I often am wrong. But it looks like there should be some single little pegs, you know, foot pegs that you can put down so that you can, like, you know, keep the figures kind of permanently affixed to the actual display. But I am not seeing them. I'm sure they're somewhere. I'm just not seeing them on me at this moment. It looks like they might be supposed to be placed somewhere. I'm really not sure. But in any case, it doesn't matter. It's okay, because this is so awesome. I can't even tell you. As collectors, you know, that, or even as just Star Wars fans, that amazing opening scene of Star Wars was so incredible. It was unlike anything we've ever seen. So, and we never have had a playset. I mean, we've had Land of the Jawas playset. We've had, you know, Imperial attack bases that didn't even exist in Empire Strikes Back, but we had playsets. Okay, this is something we wish we could have had back in the day to play out, you know, and then to have it be where you could even add more and more and more to it, so that you could, if you wanted to, you could make this thing like 10 corridors long if you had the space and the room and the wherewithal and the desire to do that. It would be amazing. So really, really cool. Not too heavy, and again, doesn't take up that much space. So you can probably find a little bit of ingenuity. You can come up with something good for this. So awesome. Thank you so much, Hasbro. I will consider the second one. I'm not sure if I will. Now, one interesting thing that I would point out, though, is that this was a more recent order. I also had the Bespin carbon freezing chamber on order, I thought, but that doesn't seem to have come yet. So either that got canceled and I'm not aware of it, or it's just taking longer than the other things, but I will keep my eyes open for it in the meantime. Really, really fun, great stuff. Again, another vintage card, 3 vintage cards to hang up in the rafters, so it'll be really cool. So that'll do it for this week's episode, or this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and all that other jazz. And great ways to help out the channel, guys, is just to like it, share it, okay, let other people view it. Subscribe if you can, if you like what we see. Check out all my other videos, man. I've got like, this was number 420 something. There are a ton of videos out there, all different types, all related to Star Wars collectibles, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.